Before Harry Potter cast spells or Eleven used her telekinesis, there was Matilda Wormwood, a young genius stuck in a world where she was overlooked and mistreated. This 1996 film showed us how even the smallest person can have incredible powers. Watching Matilda lift objects with just her mind, many of us wished we could do the same. Let's take a look back at the enchanting world of Matilda and see what the cast has been up to since the unforgettable chocolate cake scene. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go. Number 1. Danny DeVito as Mr. Wormwood. Harry Wormwood is what a jerk looks like. He was greedy, selfish, and had a terrible temper. He didn't care about anyone but himself. He was awful to his daughter, Matilda, calling her names and even tearing up her books. Matilda was smart and loved to learn, but her dad thought that was stupid. He didn't care about school or anything like that. Even worse, he was cheating people with his used car business. When Matilda tried to tell him to stop, he just yelled at her. He was a good dad to his wife and son, but Matilda couldn't stand him. In the end, his bad behavior messed up his whole family. Matilda left, and he probably got caught for cheating and went to jail. Stand back, Hollywood, there's a new sheriff in town, and he's only 4'10". Danny DeVito has been dominating the entertainment industry for decades, proving that size doesn't matter when you've got talent like his. From his early days as the iconic Louis De Palma on Taxi, DeVito captured the hearts of audiences with his comedic genius and undeniable charisma. This success served as a springboard for a prolific film career, where he showcased his range as an actor, taking on roles that were both comedic and dramatic. But DeVito's talents extended far beyond acting. His directorial debut with Throw Mama from the Train marked the beginning of a successful career behind the camera. As a producer, he had an uncanny ability to spot and nurture talent, with films like Pulp Fiction and Aaron Brockovich becoming cultural touchstones. DeVito's impact on the entertainment industry is immeasurable. He has consistently pushed boundaries, challenged expectations, and redefined what it means to be a successful actor and filmmaker. His ability to connect with audiences on a deep level is a testament to his enduring talent and unwavering passion for his craft. Harry Wormwood was played by Danny DeVito when he was 52 years old, and this is what he looks like today at 80 years old. Number 2. Ria Pearlman as Mrs. Wormwood. Mrs. Wormwood is basically obsessed with winning at bingo. Her whole world revolves around those little balls and lucky numbers. She's completely self-centered and doesn't care about her kids, Matilda and Harry, except for how they make her look. If they can help her win or impress her bingo buddies, she might give them a half-hearted pat on the back. But mostly, she's just mean to them. Matilda gets it the worst. She's constantly belittled and called hurtful names like Little Snot. And let's not forget that disastrous haircut she gave Harry. It's like she enjoys making their lives miserable. In the end, she couldn't care less about abandoning her kids when she, Harry, and their baby brother Michael decided to escape to Guam. Actress Ria Pearlman brought unforgettable characters to life throughout her career, but none were as iconic as Carla Tortelli, the sharp-tongued, often pregnant barmaid on the classic sitcom Cheers. For 11 seasons, Pearlman's Carla served up beers and biting comebacks, securing her spot as one of TV's best at delivering put-downs. Before her Emmy-winning run on Cheers, Pearlman had already made a name for herself on stage and screen, including a recurring role on Taxi, alongside her real-life husband, Danny DeVito. Interestingly, despite their frequent collaborations, DeVito never appeared on Cheers. After Cheers ended in 1993, Pearlman shifted her focus to family-oriented TV movies and features, though she still made guest appearances on popular shows like Becker with Cheers co-star Ted Danson and Frasier with Kelsey Grammer. Throughout her career, Pearlman consistently brought wit and charm to every role, making her a beloved and enduring figure in television. Ria Pearlman and Danny DeVito have one of Hollywood's most enduring love stories. They met in 1971 during a theater performance and quickly fell in love. After moving in together just 2 weeks later, They tied the knot in 1982. Their love story is the stuff of legends. Together, they built a beautiful family with 3 children, Lucy, Grace, and Jacob. Their long-lasting relationship and shared success have made them one of Hollywood's most beloved couples. Zinnia Wormwood was played by Ria Pearlman when she was 48 years old, and this is what she looks like now at 76 years old. Number 3, Mara Wilson as Matilda. Looking for a young actress who can go from adorable to awe-inspiring? We need a Matilda who can handle everything from childish wonder to adult-level defiance. As the star of the show, she's super smart, tough, and really kind, even though her life is pretty rough. Her parents are mean to her, but she escapes by reading books. She's way smarter than the other kids and can even do a little bit of magic to fight the evil headmistress. We need someone who can be really smart and funny, but also sweet and caring. Matilda is also really honest. When her friend Lavender puts a newt in Miss Trunchbull's water, Matilda doesn't tell on her. She's also careful with stuff. She was really upset when her uncle ripped up her favorite book, Moby Dick. She tried to save it, but it was too late. Inspired by her brother's acting career, Mara Wilson landed her first role as a young child. Despite her tender age, Wilson quickly showcased immense talent, captivating audiences with her natural charm and expressive eyes. Her breakout role in Mrs. Doubtfire solidified her status as a child acting prodigy. Her portrayal of the witty and precocious Natalie Hillard resonated with audiences of all ages. Subsequent roles in films like Miracle on 34th Street and Matilda cemented her position as one of the most beloved child stars of her generation. Wilson's ability to convey a wide range of emotions, from humor to heartbreak, made her a standout among her peers. Her performances were characterized by a maturity beyond her years, leaving a lasting impression on viewers. Matilda Wormwood was played by Mara Wilson when she was 9 years old, and this is what she looks like now at 36 years old. Number 4, Beth Davids as Miss Honey. In a world where children were often seen and not heard, Miss Jennifer Honey was a radiant exception. Miss Honey is like a breath of fresh air. She's super kind and caring, even though she's had a tough life herself. She sees how smart Matilda is right away and tries to tell everyone, but no one listens to her. Miss Honey knows how awful Matilda's home life is, so she becomes like a second mom to her, always there to offer a hug and some encouragement. She's Matilda's biggest supporter and truly believes in her. Dark-haired American-born beauty, Beth Davids was raised and educated in South Africa, where she performed classical and contemporary drama in both English and Afrikaans. She made her professional acting debut at age 21, playing Juliet in a National Theatre Company production of Romeo and Juliet, which won her rave reviews. Having twice earned the South African equivalent of a Tony nomination for her theater work, Davids distinguished herself in the politically sensitive South African feature A Private Life, 1989, as the daughter of an interracial couple, then earned a South African Oscar nomination playing a deaf mute in the psychologically intense Afrikaner feature Night of the 19th. From 2019 to 2021, she played Paige Kessler on The Morning Show, alongside Steve Carell, Jennifer Aniston, and Reese Witherspoon. In 2021, she portrayed the adult version of Maddox Kappa in Old, and in 2022, she played Judith Sanders in Not Okay. Davids married entertainment attorney Jason Sloan on June 22, 2002, and they have 2 children. The family lives in Los Angeles. In 2013, Davids faced a tough battle with stage 3 breast cancer, undergoing chemotherapy, immunological treatment, lymph node removal surgery, and a double mastectomy. When she had to do a nude scene in Ray Donovan, where her character was also a breast cancer survivor, she chose to use her own partially reconstructed right breast instead of a prosthetic nipple, adding a touch of authenticity to the storyline. Miss Honey was played by Beth Davids when she was 31 years old, and this is what she looks like today at 58 years old. Number 5, Pam Ferris as Trunchbull. Agatha Trunchbull was a monster in a woman's body. She was cruel, heartless, and had a special talent for making children's lives a living hell. With a personality as sharp as a knife and a temper to match, she ruled Cruncham Hall Primary School with an iron fist. But beneath her tough exterior lurked a coward, terrified of her own shadow. This fear, as it turned out, was her ultimate downfall. Welsh actor Pam Ferris has had a productive career in a range of roles, from several television leads to matriarchal types in film, most visibly as Aunt Marge in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. After spending her childhood in Wales, Ferris moved with her family to New Zealand at 13 before returning home as an adult, making her first screen appearance in a BBC Play of the Month in her early 20s. She didn't return to the screen for more than a decade. When she did, however, Ferris had the good fortune to work with now revered English directors Mike Figgis and Mike Leigh, appearing in each of their TV movies in 1984. By 1991, she had her first lead role on television, as Ma Larkin in the comedy The Darling Buds of May, which also featured fellow Welsh actor Catherine Zeta-Jones. In 1996, Ferris made her big-screen debut as the mean principal Agatha Trunchbull in Danny DeVito's adaptation of Roald Dahl's Matilda. She, of course, received international recognition for her portrayal of the equally cruel Aunt Marge in Prisoner of Azkaban, the relatively critically acclaimed Alfonso Cuarón-directed Harry Potter film of 2004. Ferris reunited with Cuarón just 2 years later in his dystopian drama, Children of Men. All that said, her most beloved role, at least to English audiences, has arguably been that of Laura Time in the Gardeners-turned-sleuths TV crime mystery Rosemary and Thyme from the mid-2000s. Mirren has always been candid about her life choices. She prioritized her career, which led her to delay marriage and motherhood. While she acknowledges the possibility of being a good mother, she doesn't harbor any regrets about her decision. Her focus and determination have undoubtedly contributed to her extraordinary success. Agatha Trunchbull was played by Pam Ferris when she was 48 years old, and this is what she looks like today at 75 years old. Number 6. Paul Rubens as FBI agent. Bob Agent Bob stands for business. He's tough, serious, and not one to beat around the bush. You wouldn't call him friendly, but he's definitely got the skills to get the job done. When he's on a case, he's all in, and he expects everyone else to be too. But even this hard-boiled agent gets thrown for a loop by Matilda's smarts. She's got a way of surprising him, which can be both frustrating and kind of funny to watch. Of all the characters created by Paul Rubens, one, a nasal-voiced rascal of stunted maturity in an ill-fitting suit and Cupid doll bow tie, unexpectedly struck a chord with the inner child in audiences everywhere. After years as a struggling comedian and actor, Rubens first introduced his signature character to audiences nationwide with a taped performance of his silly yet subversive Los Angeles stage production, The Pee Wee Herman Show. Rubens' cult following eventually grew large enough to merit a feature film, and Pee Wee's Big Adventure, directed by Tim Burton, became a genuine hit. After nearly a decade of seclusion and battles with depression, the performer gradually returned with appearances on television and in films like Mystery Men and Blow, until a dubious arrest for child pornography in 2002 once again tarnished his image, despite the fact that the charges were later dropped. Still, Rubens found comfort and redemption as his alter ego when a new stage production enjoyed sold-out runs in Los Angeles and New York City prior to being aired on cable as The Pee Wee Herman Show on Broadway. Forever channeling the socially inept child of wonder in everyone, Rubens and Pee Wee left an indelible, joyful mark on the memories of an entire generation. FBI Agent Bob was played by Paul Rubens when he was 44 years old. Sadly, Rubens died on July 30, 2023, at the age of 70 at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles. The immediate cause of death was acute hypoxic respiratory failure. Number 7. Tracy Walter as FBI Agent Bill. Agent Bill is the complete opposite of his partner, Bob. While Bob is all serious business, Bill is more like a beach bum in a suit. He's the one who's always cracking jokes and trying to find the easy way out. It's clear that he's not as invested in the job as Bob is, and it often shows. Their dynamic is classic comedy gold, with Bob playing the straight man to Bill's goofy antics. Let's just say they're not exactly the A-team of the FBI. Distinctive and delightful character presence. A compact and often mangy-looking but highly amiable player of whimsical and spaced-out types. With his thinning, typically mussed hair and carefully measured line delivery, Walter has also been useful on the Western Trail, both as weathered, reliable types and those who have perhaps been kicked in the head by their horses once too often. A native of Jersey City, NJ, Walter discovered acting while watching an off-Broadway play, Scuba Duba. A stint with Gene Stapleton's Totem Pole Playhouse and acting lessons readied him for off-Broadway and spots on soap operas. He also played bits in 2 1973 features, Badge 373 and Serpico. In the 2000 film Erin Brockovich, Walter played Charles Embry, the PG&E employee who handed over the memo that exposed an executive's knowledge of the Hinkley Station water contamination. Walter's TV career includes guest spots on popular shows like WKRP in Cincinnati, Taxi, Charlie's Angels, Hill Street Blues, Amazing Stories, Moonlighting, On the Air, Melrose Place, The Division, Veronica Mars, Criminal Minds, and Cold Case. He had a recurring role on Nash Bridges as Angel from 1996 to 2001, and he played Sheriff Walter Chechekevich on Reno 911 from 2003 to 2006. Hemi was played by Arsenio Hall when he was 32 years old, and now he is 68 years old. Number 8. Jean Spiegel Howard as Miss Phelps. Miss Phelps is Matilda's saving grace. She's the kind of adult everyone wishes they had around. Unlike the rest of the grown-ups in Matilda's life who treat her like she's invisible, Miss Phelps actually sees her. She's super supportive and encouraging, and she knows Matilda is special. Miss Phelps is also really smart and wise. She knows books are like magic and helps Matilda discover whole new worlds through reading. She's like a secret superhero who helps Matilda grow and learn. Jean Spiegel Howard was more than just the wife of a successful actor. She was a talented performer in her own right. Her decision to prioritize her family and raise her sons, Ron and Clint Howard, is a testament to her dedication to motherhood. Despite her focus on family, Howard managed to maintain a presence in the entertainment industry. She appeared alongside her husband in several films and television shows, showcasing her own acting abilities. Her role in Apollo 13 is particularly memorable, capturing the heart and spirit of a mother whose son is facing a perilous situation. Howard's legacy extends beyond her on-screen performances. As the matriarch of the Howard family, she played a crucial role in shaping the careers of her sons and grandchildren, leaving an enduring impact on the entertainment industry. Jean Spiegel Howard was the cornerstone of a remarkable family deeply rooted in the entertainment industry. She married actor Rance Howard, and together they raised 2 sons who would become iconic figures in Hollywood, Ron and Clint Howard. Their family tree is a testament to their talent and influence. Jean and Rance's grandchildren, including Bryce Dallas Howard and Paige Howard, have also made significant contributions to the industry, solidifying the Howard family's legacy as one of Hollywood's most prominent dynasties. Miss Phelps was played by Jean Spiegel Howard when she was 69 years old. Sadly, on September 2, 2000, Howard died in Los Angeles, California, of heart and respiratory illness. She was 73 years old. Number 9. R.D. Robb as Roy's a bit of a troublemaker. He hangs out with Matilda's dad, who's a real sleazeball, so Roy's picked up some bad habits. He's always up for a mischievous prank or a quick buck, But he's also just a kid trying to figure things out. He's caught up in the world around him and doesn't always know what's right or wrong. Sometimes he just wants to fit in and be part of the group. Rob has amassed over 20 acting credits throughout his career, with his last roles involving voice work for the video game Jade Empire. His diverse portfolio includes notable performances in films like Matilda and the Brady Bunch movie. In 2017, he made a memorable appearance on an episode of The Goldbergs, playing a headshot photographer. This episode cleverly referenced his childhood fame from A Christmas Story and highlighted his mother's role as an acting manager as central to the plot. Rob revisited his iconic role as Schwartz in the 2022 sequel, A Christmas Story Christmas, produced by Warner Bros. Pictures and HBO Max, now Max. In addition to his acting career, Rob ventured into directing with the 1995 film Don's Plum. The movie featured then up-and-coming actors Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire. According to Rob, DiCaprio and Maguire agreed to star in the film under the condition that it would not be released in the United States. However, Rob disputed this claim. The disagreement escalated when Rob began discussions with distributors, prompting DiCaprio and Maguire to sue. The legal battle concluded with an out-of-court settlement, ensuring that Don's Plum would never be shown in the United States or Canada. Roy was played by R.D. Rob when he was 24 years old, and now he is 52 years old. Number 10. Kiami Devielle as Lavender is more than just a sweet and friendly face. She's Matilda's ultimate confidant. She's the kind of friend who's always there with a listening ear and a supportive shoulder. Her loyalty to Matilda is unwavering, and she's never afraid to stick up for her friend, no matter the consequences. Beneath her gentle exterior lies a core of unexpected bravery. Lavender isn't afraid to challenge authority or take risks, as evidenced by her daring prank against the tyrannical Miss Trunchbull. Her courageous spirit is infectious, inspiring those around her to stand up for what's right. Lavender is more than just a character. She's a symbol of friendship, loyalty, and the courage to defy injustice. Kiami Devielle is a multi-talented force in the entertainment world, wearing many hats as an actress, model, singer, songwriter, and screenwriter. She first captured the hearts of audiences with her standout role as Lavender in the beloved film Matilda, where she shone alongside Mara Wilson. Although originally from Kentucky, Kiami and her family relocated to California, where she began to carve out her career in the spotlight. Her acting career boasts a range of roles in popular TV shows, such as Moesha and The Steve Harvey Show, and she's graced numerous stages in theater productions. Not just a performer, Kiami has also taken on the roles of director and producer, bringing several theater productions to life. Her dedication to the craft extends beyond the stage and screen, as she has also shared her expertise by teaching acting classes to young, aspiring actors. In addition to her entertainment career, Kiami holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology with a minor in theater, reflecting her diverse interests and academic achievements. A committed Christian, she channeled her passion for storytelling into writing her first movie, Reckless, which was released in 2012. Kiami's multifaceted career and contributions to both the arts and education highlight her versatility and enduring impact in the industry. Lavender was played by Kiami Devielle when she was 10 years old, and now she is 38 years old. Number 11. Jacqueline Stiger as Amanda Thripp. Amanda is a really sweet and happy girl. Everyone likes her because she's always smiling and having fun. She's different from the other kids because she wears her hair in 2 cute pigtails, even though the mean head mistress, Miss Trunchbull, hates them. Amanda is so innocent and pure. She's like a little kid who doesn't know any better. This makes her stand out even more because the school is a really tough place to be, thanks to Miss Trunchbull. One time, Miss Trunchbull was so mad about Amanda's pigtails that she threw her over the school fence. But Amanda is strong and doesn't give up. She keeps wearing her pigtails no matter what because she likes them. Amanda Thripp was played by Jacqueline Stiger when she was 10 years old, and now she is 38 years old. Number 12. Crystal Khil as Child in Classroom. The kids in Miss Honey's class are really sweet and love to learn new things. Even though the mean headmistress, Miss Trunchbull, is always yelling and being scary, these kids still want to learn. Miss Honey is super nice and makes learning fun with games and cool stuff. You can tell just by looking at them how smart and good they could be if they had a better teacher. These kids are also really strong. Miss Trunchbull is mean to them all the time, but they don't give up. They still try to be happy and help each other out. It shows that even when things are tough, you can still be brave and kind. Want to know the secret to soap opera success? Ask Crystal Khil. Her portrayal of Lily Winters is legendary, and her career moves are even more impressive. Khil is best known for her role as Lily Winters on the CBS soap opera The Young and the Restless. She made a big splash at the 39th Daytime Emmy Awards in June 2012, where she took home the award for Outstanding Younger Actress in a drama series after several nominations in the category. In August 2018, she decided to switch from a full-time contract with the show to a more flexible recurring role, wanting more freedom for herself both professionally and personally. Despite this change, Khil kept popping up on the show now and then, until January 2020, when the current head writer and co-executive producer, Josh Griffith, invited her back for regular filming. Besides her iconic soap opera role, Khil has dabbled in a variety of other projects. She's had small parts in films like Dragon Fury, Matilda, Interview with the Assassin, and White Like the Moon. She also voiced Cornelia Hale in the animated series WITCH, and made appearances on shows like That's So Raven and Malcolm in the Middle. Khil also performed in Los Angeles theater productions before hitting it big on The Young and the Restless. In 2012, she appeared in Johnny Britt's music video for the song Beautiful Queen. More recently, in spring 2018, she co-starred in the independent thriller Good Deed, which premiered on Lifetime in November 2018 under the title Sorority Stalker. In spring 2019, she was cast in the indie comedy We Need to Talk, written and directed by Todd Wolfe. Crystal Khil got married to a musician named Stephen Hensley in 2008. Their wedding was a big deal, with her co-star Elizabeth Hendrickson as a bridesmaid and Brighton James as a groomsman. A couple of years later, they had a baby boy at home. Their son's godparents are pretty cool too, Brighton James and another actress named Fadia Marcelin. Sadly, Crystal and Stephen split up not long after. Later, she dated a guy named Ray Wicks for a few years, but they broke up. Then she met Sam Restagno, a businessman from Canada, at a music festival. They hit it off and ended up moving in together in Toronto. After a while, Crystal decided to move back to LA. In 2023, they had some exciting news. They're expecting another baby. Crystal is really close with her co-star, Brighton James, and a bunch of other people from the show. They're like family. She even modeled for one of her friends' charities. Crystal's a big fan of traveling and exploring different cultures. Child in the Classroom was played by Crystal Khil when she was 10 years old, and now she is 36 years old. Number 13. Sabrina Bryan as Girl. Bryan has made her mark on several TV shows, including some memorable guest spots on the soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful. She also tried her hand at a couple of series pilots, King's Pawn and Driving Me Crazy, though neither of them ended up airing. Other shows she's appeared on include The Gina Davis Show and The Jersey. She even had a part in Grounded for Life before hitting it big with the Cheetah Girls. In 2008, Bryan took on a small role as Mrs. Murray in the DVD release Mostly Ghostly. She also starred in the comedy film Help Me, Help You, originally called If It Ain't Broke, Break It. Bryan lent her voice to Pamela Hamster in the animated Disney Channel series Fish Hooks, appearing in episodes like Hooray for Hamsterwood and Pamela Hamster Returns. Additionally, she and Keely Williams teamed up for the web series Dinner with Friends, March Moms, and Bad Sex with Good People. Bryan took a spin on Dancing with the Stars during its 5th season, teaming up with professional dancer Mark Ballas. Her impressive moves earned her a spot on the show's 15th season as one of the All-Stars contestants, where she was paired with Louis Van Amstel. Despite nailing a perfect 30 for her rumba and leading the scoreboard for 2 weeks, Bryan was eliminated 6th from the competition. Ironically, she was voted off on October 30, 2012, exactly 5 years to the day from her previous elimination. She also appeared in the Soft Scrub Dancing with the Stars live tour, initially dancing with Derek Ho while Mark was injured, and later with Mark himself. Bryan's tour run ended on January 13, 2008, when she left to film The Cheetah Girls, One World in India. Bryan was featured in the live Dancing with the Stars Las Vegas show at the Tropicana Resort and Casino Theater from April 14th to August 5, 2012. In 2008, Bryan joined forces with Mission Foods to be the face of the Healthy Kids Challenge. Her role was to help teach kids about staying healthy with good food choices and staying active. Bryan got engaged to Jordan Lundberg, a strategic accounts manager, in April 2017 after dating for 6 years. They got married on October 6, 2018. In March 2020, they shared that they were expecting their first child, a girl who was due in September. Their daughter was born on August 31, 2020. By November 2022, they announced they were expecting their second child, and their baby boy arrived on May 2, 2023. Girl was played by Sabrina Bryan when she was 12 years old, and now she is 39 years old. We just had a hilarious trip down memory lane with the Matilda crew. Who was your favorite character and why? Let us know in the comments. Get ready for another laugh-filled throwback, because our next classic sitcom cast reunion is going to be hilarious. Don't miss it. See you next time.